What's up guys, Graham here again. Thanks a lot for clicking on the video. As you can see by the title, this will be like the kind of conclusion, last video of kind of the quest to be a Gymshark story on how I signed with Gymshark, and also doing quest to be a Gymshark on Instagram. Hopefully you've watched the kind of previous videos leading up to this point. I haven't posted in, I think it was like nearly a month or so since the last one. So pretty much what happened this week, that was like, okay, it's time to post the last video. Last weekend in London, Gymshark did an event with three called the Gymshark Influencer Workshop, I believe it was, where 30 people were invited to, you know, interact with Ben and some of the Gymshark team. I think it was a bit of a Q&A session, things like that, but basically a few people that were at that event kind of reached out to me and had mentioned that, you know, quest to be a Gymshark had sort of been brought up at some point at that event, which was absolutely awesome to hear. So I was like, oh man, that's so cool. I just thought this would be like a, you know, a good time to sort of wrap up the kind of mini series and talk about how, you know, all this came to be. So the last video I mentioned about the day 1000, did the photo shoot in Vegas, and then got invited to the Christmas lunch at the HQ. So yeah, at that point I'm back in Scotland for Christmas. Got invited to go down to Birmingham in December. I think it was actually December 19th. So I get invited down, and this is going to be their Christmas lunch. It was Christmas staff lunch. So I did a video on that, but basically woke up in the morning, flight was cancelled from Scotland to England. Me and my dad had to like drive to like the nearest, not the nearest actually, it was quite far away. Drove to a train station, got the train to Birmingham, made it, got there when I was supposed to, walked in, kind of checked in at the desk, and then Noel Mack came out with like a Santa apron on, and he had a Santa apron in his hand, and he's like, "What's up, Graham? Nice to meet you. We are going to be handing out like Christmas lunch to all the staff members at the HQ." So I'm like, awesome, let's go. So had this Santa apron on, walked through into like the main part of the headquarters, and then into the cafeteria obviously, and yeah, we just started handing out Christmas dinner to like all the staff, and I was just meeting everyone as I was going around. And it was just crazy. It was like a surreal moment. I was just like, what is going on here? Just talking to everyone. That was awesome. Then Ben came in, met Ben. He was absolutely awesome. Got like, we had our lunch after everyone else had ate. We were just talking, you know, just talking about things like how Quest to be a Gymshark started, things like that. At that time we watched the Weight of the World campaign video for Gymshark 66 that was about to come out on the 1st of January. We watched it before it was released, so that was awesome. Like, you know, all the Gymshark staff were there watching it together for the first time, so that was amazing. We got a tour around the HQ, that was awesome. Got a sports massage when I was there as well, just hanging out in the HQ, getting to speak to everyone was great. And then me, Ben, Noel and Ash went to the gym. We went and worked out, that was awesome. Then some of us went and grabbed food after the workout, and that was like my first day at the Gymshark HQ. It was amazing. Then I went back to Scotland after that, and then Christmas passed, New Year had passed, and then, you know, I was flying back to America on the Saturday, and then I think it was like, say, the Wednesday or something. I'm flying the Saturday. On the Wednesday, Big Callum from the sponsorship team like DM'd me, and he was like, "When do you go back to America?" And I was like, "Saturday, man, what's up?" And he was like, "Oh, do you want to come and catch up again on Friday?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, like, do you want me to call you, or do you want me to come down there?" And it was kind of like, I didn't really know what was happening. He was obviously trying to just, you know, not tell me what was really going to go down. So at the time I'm like, sure, I guess I'm coming Friday. So then what happened, me and my dad actually drove down, when was it? I think we drove down on the Thursday night, stayed in Birmingham on the Thursday, and then I was going to Gymshark on the Friday. So I just went into the HQ at the time I was supposed to, said what's up to the guys again. Me and Callum were just, you know, sitting talking about a load of stuff, and then I wasn't really sure what was going on at this time. I was like, yeah man, what's going on? We're just talking about stuff, and then one of the guys, Derby, asked me if I wanted to play FIFA, and I'm like, sure. We went and started playing the PlayStation, I think it was. We're playing FIFA, just talking about stuff again, and then one of the guys comes down. Chris came down and he was like, oh, do you guys want to pause this game and come and check this out for a minute upstairs? And I'm like, alright, okay, yeah, sure. Started walking up the stairs, and then we started walking towards like the boardroom, the Gymshark boardroom, and I was like, what's going on here? I can see through the glass window like Ben and Noah sitting right there, and I'm like, oh, what's happening? We went in, and then they were like, oh Graham, how's it going? Come sit down. And I was like, what, right here? And they're like, yeah, just sit down. And then, you know, we just sat down, and then we just started all talking. There was a bunch of people in the room from like the sponsorship team and stuff. We're just talking, and you know, Callum was saying a lot of nice stuff about myself, and you know what Quest to be a Gymshark was. And then that's when they just, you know, offered me if I wanted to be part of the team. And he had the contract there and stuff like that, and I was just like, whoa, like it was just crazy. Like that was like a 5-minute period. I don't really remember too much. I was like, I think I just said, can I give you a hug, mate, and just cuddled him. So that was like a crazy moment, and then that's when, you know, everyone was like, oh, well done man, it's awesome. We're all just talking about it, and then yeah, that was it. That was the day. You know, that was it. It was January 4th, 2019. Obviously signed with Gymshark that day. You know, and then just I was still hanging around the place for a little while, and then I went back to Scotland that day and sort of flew back to America the next day, I think it was. And that was, you know, that's what happened. That's when it was like, oh wow, this is the start of it really. And I kind of spoke to the guys about it. I've spoke a little bit about it in my Instagram captions and stuff. But like I still post every day, and I still put Quest to be a Gymshark on my Instagram. And I'd thought about this a long time prior to all this happening. You know, what would happen if it did happen, or if I did join Gymshark eventually, what would happen? And I guess the whole reason I did Quest to be a Gymshark was because I believed that it could happen, and I wanted to document that process of making one of your dreams come true, or something that might not be realistic to other people. Like, how can you document that so that, like, on an Instagram feed you can look through and say, okay, that guy was pretty persistent, he didn't give up, like he kept going. So I wanted to document that process, and now that I guess I am part of the Gymshark team, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to stop Quest to be a Gymshark. Like, I want it to keep going, that people can refer back to that and be like, well, this guy like made that happen when it wasn't necessarily realistic, or it wasn't something easy to do. So someone else can use that as motivation for whatever it is they want to try and do, or for their life really. So it's not necessarily someone wants to become a Gymshark as well. Obviously a lot of people do, it's awesome. But if anything they want to do in their life, they could refer back to Quest to be a Gymshark and say, well, you know, that wasn't easy for him, or like that wasn't just something that happened. Like, there was logical steps in making that happen, and trying to get better to make that happen. So that's why, you know, I want to just keep posting about, you know, Quest to be a Gymshark, and get that story kind of out there as much as I can, that hopefully it can help other people get motivated to go for it, whatever it is that they want to do. And yeah, since then everything's been absolutely awesome. The support you guys have been giving me, and you know, the kind messages I got, you know, everyone using like even my commission link and stuff like that on Instagram, it's just absolutely awesome. Not to mention, it's amazing, you know, working with Gymshark as a company, and the people in that company. It's just insane. Like, I can't describe what it's like. And then obviously, you know, you get a lot of Gymshark clothing, which is incredible as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the story behind Quest to be a Gymshark up until this point right now. And you know, we are just getting started, to be honest with you. There's a lot of cool stuff that I think is going to happen, and I'm going to keep trying to get better and helping you guys out as much as I can. You know, over the past, especially the past month or so, I've been talking to a lot of people that are really passionate about Gymshark as well, and you know, perhaps want to end up part of the team themselves one day. You know, I never, you know, I will never not have time to talk about Gymshark and like the things I went through. Like pretty much if anyone's thinking something, if that's what they're trying to do, I probably went through it. You know, I probably was thinking it at some point. So if I can help anyone in their journey, or you know, anything they're trying to do, like whatever it is, reach out to me and I'll happily, you know, talk away and give you any advice that I can. If I can help, I will. That's the whole reason I did this, is to hopefully get to this point where, you know, I can help as many people as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, look out for more videos and more content I'm putting out there. But that's pretty much the story of, you know, how I started Quest to be a Gymshark, and you know where we're at today. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. If I can help you with anything, please reach out to me. Apart from that, catch you in the next one.